What's up guys, Rob the Awesome here, and today we're going to be checking out a futuristic and intellectual instrument of mass destruction, the Manmelter. Now, few people even know of this weapon's existence, and even fewer people use it, but once we take a good look at how to use it effectively in gameplay, and when it's effective in battle, there's no denying that this weapon is actually a lot better than what people give it credit for. Let's go! In order to get the most of this weapon and truly value its gameplay mechanics though, we need to first start out by looking in depth at the weapon stats and explain what each stat is specifically used for. To start, the Manmelter has a plus 50% projectile speed. This extra added speed is great for potential and immediate afterburn effect, obstructing vision or overall clarity of the goals. The one thing flares were always weak at was the long distance game due to its slow and easy to dodge projectile movement. This basically makes the game a whole lot stronger as it's essentially now a point and click. It also does not require ammo, meaning you have an infinite supply of fast fiery projectiles to shoot whenever you want. This makes it so that you can continuously play that long distance game without having to back away from the fight for ammo, a serious need for pyros in seriously distant play. The Alt Fire button extinguishes your teammates, giving you one guaranteed critical hit for you to use on the weapon. This is very substantial as it helps pyros understand the value of teamwork and extinguishing teammates in crucial moments. Not to mention, it gives you a freebie crit that does the same amount of damage as a flare gun flare when the enemy is on fire. That's essentially erasing the steps needed to do the flamethrower flare setup and gives it to you in one carefree package, which is pretty amazing when you think about it. On top of all that, the obvious thing is that extinguishing teammates restores 20 health, which is the same for every flamethrower ever since they implemented that effect in the Tough Break update. As an added bonus, this weapon automatically reloads when it's not active, meaning when you have to switch, you'll always have a charge ready to fire. Pretty neat overall, and really great stats. The only noticeable downside that is present is that it has no random critical hits, which overall doesn't matter in competitive play or in pubs, seeing as how you should be focused on getting kills normally rather than hoping for crits to save your life. However perfect this weapon may be, even though there is no other downsides present on this board, this weapon has a hidden downside of having minus 20% firing rate, meaning you shoot slower overall. This isn't that bad mixed in with the fact that you have an ongoing reload animation when switching weapons, but it's bad if you're not used to slower charges and can cause trouble in the midst of battle. Now that we know its stats, let's move on to how you should be using this weapon properly in the fight against the enemy. A lot of people like to compare the normal flare gun with the Manmelter. However, it's a different ballpark altogether. With the flare gun, you can crit people when they are already on fire. Easy peasy and can happen at short or long distances. However, with the Manmelter, you have to work hard to achieve your crits and it can be forgettable that your secondary even has an alt fire ability. Not to mention, its super fast firing speed and slower fire rate can be super awkward to use, so and thus it's not really meant to be a damage tool, rather an annoying tool, or a support tool. With that in mind, you should follow this easy to follow thought process that will determine whether or not you should use this weapon to begin with. The first question you should ask yourself is, does the enemy team have a pyro? If the answer is yes, then your goal is to be a supportive pyro and extinguish your teammates by purely playing defensive, defending important targets, which is usually the case anyways for competitive, and stocking up on those well-needed crits. After you've supplied yourself with the hefty amount, 4 or 5 will do, go out and wreak havoc any way you want. The weapon now becomes a far superior flare gun in that manner. You worked hard to get those crits, go out there and have some fun. Just try not to die though. You don't get to keep those awesome crit charges after death, so use them wisely to pick off important targets throughout the game. The damage doesn't scale at long ranges, so picking snipers or medics will be a breeze. As long as you aim ahead of your target and track where they are going, aiming shouldn't be a problem. Easy kills, boys! But Rob, what if they don't have a pyro? The next question you should ask yourself is, do they have a sniper? If the answer is yes, your new job is to be annoying. With the fast projectile speed, you can hit snipers instantly before they are able to react. Lighting a sniper on fire blurs visions and overall ability to even hit players in general, making you super helpful to the team. Making that sniper back up is better than running in a straight line at his face. Be an annoyance to him and you basically save lives. Like I said, this isn't a damage tool. Being an annoyance can be fun and overall a better psychological asset than just damage. Keep that sniper off your medic. It's super important since he can basically take out any and all of your teammates at a safe distance. You're doing yourself and your team a huge favor. Alright, but what if they don't have a sniper? Heck, even a good sniper. What then? Well son, if they don't have either, then the next step is to not use this weapon at all. Wait, what? Isn't my job to convince you guys to use this weapon and fill pubs with this nonsense? No. The goal with these types of videos is to help people, not hurt them. Let's be real, flare gun or shotgun are the two weapons people use all the time for a reason. They are damaging and help with overall gameplay for the pyro. The Manmelter is a great weapon and can be used really fine for long distance battles to keep those flames on the enemy, but otherwise it doesn't live up to the insane damage output and immediate DPS that the other secondary provide for the pyro. Realistically, you'll need that second damage output since your flamethrower is just not good enough to sustain that immediate DPS, and the Manmelter just wasn't made for that type of gameplay. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't use this weapon, you have to use it wisely and in a situational environment. Even in comp, it can still be useful. If their sniper is really good and well protected, at least lighting him up saves a bit of time and grace for your team, especially when you should be using your flamethrower 90% of the time to protect your team anyways. It can still be a very good asset overall. Who knows? This can be the weapon that was made for you and you never even knew it. Give it a try and I guarantee it'll be really fun and really good in the right hands. Thanks so much for watching guys. If you liked it, leave a like and tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you have an idea for what my next how to use the weapon video should be, also let me know about that too. Remember to be awesome, stay awesome, and to have an awesome day. I'm Rob the Awesome, and I'll see you guys later. Ciao for now.
Motherfucker, I'm awesome. No, you're not, dude. Don't lie. I'm awesome. I'm driving around in my mom's ride. I'm awesome. A quarter of my life gone by, and I met all my friends online. Motherfucker, I'm awesome. I will run away from a brawl. I'm awesome. There's no voicemail, nobody calls. I'm awesome. I can't afford to buy 8 balls, and I talk to myself on my Facebook wall. You know my pants sag low.